Hello, my name is Dr. Robert. I've spent over 35 years working with older adults, helping them protect one of the most precious gifts we have, our vision. If you've ever noticed tiny specks, strands, or drifting shadows in your eyesight, what we call eye floaters, you're not alone. Many of my patients tell me, "Doc, I thought this was just part of getting older." And yes, it's true. Floaters are common after 60. But here's what most people don't know. They're not always just age. They're signals, messages from your body that something deeper needs attention. You see, the eye's inner world is a delicate balance of water, collagen, and clear gel called the vitreous. Over time, that gel can dry out or clump together, forming those small shadows that float across your vision. But what causes that change isn't simply aging. Recent studies from Johns Hopkins and the National Eye Institute show that oxidative stress, chronic dehydration, and silent inflammation inside the eye accelerate this process. And the good news is, these are things we can influence naturally. That's what this episode is all about. Because while surgery and laser treatments exist, many people overlook the quiet, daily habits that can help your eyes restore clarity from within. I've seen this happen firsthand. One of my patients, a 68-year-old retired teacher named Michael, came to me worried. He said, "It's like there's dust floating in front of my eyes all the time." He was afraid it meant his sight was failing. But after just a few weeks of gentle, natural changes, the kind I'll share with you today, those specks began to fade. He told me it felt like wiping a foggy window clean. That moment reminded me why I do what I do. Because clarity is not just about seeing the world, it's about feeling alive in it again. So in this episode, I'll guide you through 4 natural tools, small daily habits that can help reduce floaters, nourish the eye, and support your vision gently, safely, and effectively. These are based on medical science, lifestyle research, and decades of clinical experience. Let's begin with the foundation, hydration. Most people think hydration is simply about drinking water, but for the eyes, it's about how and when the body absorbs it. The vitreous inside your eye, that clear gel that keeps your vision stable, is about 98% water. Even mild dehydration makes that gel shrink and clump, creating the floaters you see. So yes, water matters, but timing matters even more. Research from the American Journal of Physiology found that drinking warm water first thing in the morning, before coffee or breakfast, helps rehydrate the tissues that dry out overnight. Add a squeeze of fresh lemon or a pinch of mineral-rich sea salt, and your cells hold that moisture longer. Think of it as moisturizing your eyes from the inside out. Many older adults don't feel thirsty even when their body needs water. That's because the thirst reflex weakens with age. So by the time you feel thirsty, your eyes may already be dehydrated. If you're noticing more floaters after long travel, air conditioning, or several cups of coffee, that's your body whispering, "I need hydration." Try this simple morning ritual. Warm water, a bit of lemon, every day for a week. You might be surprised how quickly your vision feels more comfortable and less dusty. Hydration isn't a miracle cure, but it's the foundation that allows everything else to work. When we nourish the body properly, the eyes respond, because they're not separate from us. They're part of the same system that reflects our overall balance. In the next part, I'll share a natural food, something sitting quietly in your kitchen, that contains an enzyme proven to help clear cellular debris in the eyes. It's simple, refreshing, and delicious. Stay with me, because the clarity you're looking for may be closer than you think. Now that you understand how hydration rebuilds the foundation of clear vision, let's move to something even more fascinating: nutrition. There's one food that has recently captured attention in both Asian and Western medical studies. It's something you might already have in your kitchen, bright, golden, and full of natural sweetness. Yes, I'm talking about pineapple. And no, this isn't a miracle cure. It's a scientific discovery that's been quietly gaining credibility. Inside fresh pineapple lies an enzyme called bromelain. For decades, doctors have known bromelain as a natural compound that supports digestion and reduces inflammation. But in recent years, studies from the University of Taiwan and the Philippine Eye Research Institute found something remarkable. Bromelain may also help reduce oxidative protein clumps inside the vitreous, the gel in your eye responsible for clear vision. These clumps, the same ones that cause floaters, are made of oxidized collagen and cellular debris. And bromelain, being a proteolytic enzyme, helps gently break down and clear those particles, allowing the vitreous to stay smooth and transparent. That's the difference between seeing the world through fog and seeing it through light. A few years ago, a patient named Ellen, 72, retired nurse, told me she'd stopped driving at night because of dark specks floating across her vision. Instead of rushing to surgery, I guided her through a natural plan: hydration, better sleep, and one simple daily habit: eating a few small cubes of fresh pineapple, not canned. After 6 weeks, she came back smiling. She said, "Doctor, the world looks softer again. The shadows aren't dancing anymore." Was it just the pineapple? Not entirely. It was the combination of nutrients, enzymes, and consistent care. But bromelain played a key role in supporting her body's cleanup process, naturally and gently. Now, before you run to the store, let's be clear. Canned pineapple won't work. Bromelain is destroyed by heat and processing, so it must be fresh, ideally eaten raw. A few bites per day are enough. And this isn't about eating tons of fruit. It's about giving your eyes a steady flow of anti-inflammatory support, day after day. If you have diabetes, talk with your doctor first. Because pineapple is sweet, you can balance it with protein or fiber to reduce sugar spikes. Remember, the goal isn't perfection, it's consistency. Nature works gently, not instantly, but it does work. Bromelain doesn't just help the eyes. It's also been shown in clinical trials to support joint health, immune balance, and faster recovery after inflammation. That's because bromelain helps regulate cytokines, the small messengers that control your body's inflammation response. When inflammation calms down, circulation improves. And when circulation improves, more oxygen and nutrients reach the eyes, giving them the environment they need to repair. So you see, this is not just about the eyes. It's about the whole body's ecosystem. Because clear vision starts from a clear, well-nourished system. Think about it. Our eyes are one of the first places we notice imbalance. When we're tired, stressed, or dehydrated, our vision blurs. When we eat poorly, inflammation builds up, and the eyes quietly show it. That's why small, daily choices, hydration, whole foods, rest, matter more than any expensive supplement. They restore what nature already built inside us. Floaters aren't punishment, they're feedback. A gentle reminder that your body is asking for care, not chemicals. So far, we've rebuilt hydration and nourished the body with nature's enzymes. In the next part, I'll introduce something most people overlook, a tool that doesn't involve food at all. It's a practice of stillness, of reconnecting your eyes and breath, one that helps relax the optic nerve and reset your visual system in just 30 seconds a day. If you've ever felt your eyes tired, tense, or overstimulated, this next step may bring you a kind of relief you haven't felt in years. Stay with me, we're just getting to the good part. When I was in medical school, one of my professors used to say, "Eyes don't get tired, the brain does." At that time, I didn't understand what he meant. But after 30 years of seeing patients, I realize how true it is. Your eyes are not just windows to the world, they are extensions of your nervous system. Every time you stare at a screen, every time you scroll too long, or worry too deeply, your optic nerve, a delicate bundle of over 1 million fibers, carries that tension directly to your brain. And here's the part most people overlook. When your mind is tense, your eyes tighten. When your breath is shallow, your vision narrows. That's why I teach my patients a simple 30-second practice I call stillness reset. You can do it anywhere, sitting, standing, even lying in bed. Here's how it goes. Do this twice a day, morning and night, and you'll start to feel your eyes breathe again. This isn't meditation in the spiritual sense. It's neurophysiology. When you breathe deeply and relax your face, your vagus nerve, the body's main relaxation switch, activates. It slows your heart rate, improves blood flow to your eyes, and allows the optic nerve to release built-up tension. Over time, This can help improve focus, reduce eye strain, and even enhance fluid exchange inside the eyeball, a crucial part of keeping the vitreous clear and healthy. It's like giving your eyes a daily spa session without spending a penny. I remember a man named Paul, 68 years old, a retired photographer. He told me his eyes felt heavy and dry after every evening. He'd tried eye drops, glasses, supplements. Nothing worked. So I taught him the stillness reset. 3 weeks later, he sent me a photo, a sunset over the ocean, sharp, calm, and full of color. He wrote, "Dr. Robert, I realized my eyes didn't just need medicine, they needed peace." And that, my friend, is what healing truly looks like. We spend so much of our lives chasing clarity outside, brighter screens, stronger lenses, sharper focus. But the truth is, clarity begins inside. When your breath deepens, your nervous system calms, and your eyes finally feel seen. Not as tools, but as part of a living, breathing whole. Try this small act every day. It costs nothing, yet gives your vision something no pill can. Renewed connection. In the next part, we'll talk about a powerful combination, hydration, nutrition, and stillness, and how to turn them into a simple 7-day reset plan that helps your eyes, your sleep, and even your memory. Because your eyes don't just see, they remember. After working with thousands of patients over the years, I realized something simple yet powerful. Healing doesn't happen through information. It happens through rhythm. The body loves rhythm. The eyes love routine. When you give them structure, not stress, they begin to repair themselves quietly. So I created what I call the 7-day eye and mind reset plan. It's not a diet, not a challenge. It's a gentle invitation. 7 days of small, science-backed habits that reconnect your body, breath, and vision. Let's walk through it together. Day 1. Reconnect with water. Before you touch your phone in the morning, drink 1 full glass of warm water. This rehydrates your optic nerve after hours of nighttime dehydration. If you want to enhance it, add 1 slice of lemon or a pinch of Himalayan salt for gentle electrolytes. Throughout the day, aim for 8 to 10 sips every hour instead of big gulps. Eyes don't need quantity, they need consistency. Science fact: even a 2% drop in body hydration can blur your focus by 10 to 15%. Day 2. Feed with enzymes. Add a few cubes of fresh pineapple to your breakfast or lunch. This small dose of bromelain helps reduce oxidative stress in the vitreous, the gel that keeps your vision clear. Avoid canned or processed pineapple. Bromelain is destroyed by heat. And remember, balance it with protein or fiber to control blood sugar levels. Science fact: bromelain also supports the immune system and joint recovery, a full body benefit. Day 3. Sleep with intention. Tonight, give your eyes true rest. Turn off screens at least 45 minutes before bed. Dim the lights. Let darkness signal melatonin to rise naturally. Before sleeping, do the stillness reset breathing exercise. 4 seconds inhale, 2 seconds hold, 6 seconds exhale. Let your breath become your lullaby. Science fact: sleep is when the brain drains waste from the eyes, a process called glymphatic cleansing. Day 4. Morning light reset. When you wake up, go outside within 10 minutes of sunrise. You don't have to stare at the sun. Just let natural light reach your eyes. This resets your circadian rhythm, improves focus, and helps regulate hormones that protect your retina. Science fact: morning light exposure boosts serotonin, the daytime hormone that keeps your mood and eyesight balanced. Day 5. Stillness and micro movements. Repeat your stillness reset 2 times today, once in the morning, once at night. After each session, open your eyes and softly move them in slow circles, as if you're tracing the horizon. This relaxes the extraocular muscles. Avoid fast scrolling or rapid eye movement right after. Let your vision float for a minute. Science fact: eye micro movements improve coordination between both eyes, vital for depth and focus. Day 6. Color nourishment. Eat the rainbow, literally. Blueberries, spinach, pumpkin, and carrots each contain different pigments that feed your retina. Lutein and zeaxanthin, greens, protect the macula. Anthocyanins, blue/purple, boost night vision. Beta-carotene, orange, supports retinal cell renewal. Science fact: the eye stores these pigments like nutritional sunscreen against oxidative damage. Day 7, digital detox. Evening. Spend one evening, just one, without screens. No TV, no phone, no scrolling. Instead, listen to soft music, take a slow walk, or simply sit by the window and notice the night. Your eyes are designed for depth, not pixels. Give them back the darkness they crave. Science fact: darkness triggers retinal repair and reduces oxidative stress by up to 40%. By the end of these 7 days, you might not just see more clearly, you may feel clearer inside. Because every blink, every breath, every glass of water is a small act of remembering. Your eyes are alive, they listen, they heal, when you let them. And as I often tell my patients, caring for your eyes isn't about looking younger. It's about seeing the world with wonder again. Part 1. Continued. As I sat beside Mr. Harlan, watching him sip his lukewarm tea, I realized something profound. Most seniors don't notice the signs their hearts give them until it's almost too late. They think it's just getting old. But the truth is, aging and heart disease are not the same thing. So, I asked him gently, "Mr. Harlan, have you ever heard of something called silent heart decline?" He shook his head. "Is that like a heart attack?" he asked. I smiled. "Not exactly. It's slower, quieter, more dangerous in some ways. You see, your heart doesn't fail overnight. It struggles silently for months, sometimes years, and the early signs often appear outside your chest, in your energy levels, your legs, even your digestion. When the heart isn't pumping efficiently, every cell in the body feels the shortage of oxygen and nutrients. The result? Fatigue, cold hands and feet, trouble concentrating, and sometimes even depression. That's when I knew we had to act quickly, but carefully. For seniors, aggressive treatments can sometimes do more harm than good. What we needed was a way to nourish the heart naturally, to restore energy, and to support circulation gently without straining the body. And that's what I want to share with you in this video. The small, daily steps that can make a world of difference. Because heart health isn't just about medicine. It's about balance, in diet, in rest, and in how we handle stress. Over the years, I've seen countless patients like Mr. Harlan regain their vitality simply by making 3 small but powerful changes in their daily routine. And as I tell you these steps, I hope you'll start to notice what your heart has been trying to tell you too. Part 2. The 3 gentle steps to revive your heart. When I first started studying cardiology, I believed heart recovery was all about medication and surgeries. But years of working with elderly patients taught me something far more powerful. The heart responds best to care, consistency, and calm. So if you're in your 60s, 70s, or beyond, and you felt your energy fading, these 3 steps can help you strengthen your heart naturally, day by day. The first thing I tell all my patients is simple. Start your morning by waking your blood flow. When we sleep, our circulation slows down. For seniors, that means the heart must work harder when we suddenly stand or move. So before you get out of bed, spend 2 minutes moving your ankles and wrists slowly. Then take 10 deep breaths. This gentle routine helps remind your blood vessels to open up again. It's like giving your heart a short warm-up before it starts the day's marathon. I also suggest a glass of warm water with a pinch of sea salt and a squeeze of lemon. It helps rehydrate your blood and support better oxygen transport. Your heart beats about 100,000 times a day. To do that, it needs fuel. Not from sugar or caffeine, but from cellular nutrition. I tell my patients to include foods rich in magnesium, potassium, and coenzyme Q10, CoQ10. These nutrients help your heart cells generate energy and keep your heartbeat strong but steady. Good sources include avocado and spinach for magnesium, bananas and sweet potatoes for potassium, olive oil, salmon, and dark leafy greens for CoQ10. And here's something few people realize. When your diet lacks these, your heart literally tires out. That's why some patients feel exhausted after meals. Their hearts are struggling to keep up. This might surprise you, but the time before sleep can either heal your heart or strain it. When we watch stressful news or scroll our phones late at night, adrenaline levels stay high, forcing the heart to beat faster even when you lie down. Over time, that constant pressure makes the heart muscles stiff and tired. So, I recommend a nightly ritual I call the heart reset. Before bed, sit quietly for 5 minutes. Place your hand over your chest. Take slow, deep breaths. Inhale for 4 seconds. Exhale for 6. Silently repeat, "My heart is resting. My body is healing." This simple practice slows your heart rate and increases parasympathetic activity, the body's healing mode. I've seen patients who followed these 3 steps go from fatigue and shortness of breath to walking their grandchildren to school again. Mr. Harlan was one of them. 3 months after our first talk, he walked into my clinic with a bright smile and said, "Doctor, I don't nap after breakfast anymore." That was all I needed to hear. Part 3. Your heart deserves a second chance. Closing and call to action. As I look back on patients like Mr. Harlan, I realize something important. No matter your age, your heart still has the power to heal. You don't need to run marathons or take endless pills to stay strong. What you truly need is consistency. Small, mindful habits that remind your heart it's still loved, still supported, still alive. Every heartbeat you feel is your body's quiet promise. I'm still here for you. Just take care of me. So tonight, before you go to sleep, place your hand on your chest and whisper, "Thank you for beating for me today." And remember, if this message touched you, or if you know someone who needs to hear it, please like this video, share it with your friends or family, and subscribe to the channel. Because together, we're building a place where seniors can learn how to live longer, feel stronger, and age with grace, not fear. I'm Dr. Robert, and I'll see you in the next video, where we'll talk about simple daily foods that can keep your heart young for years to come. Until then, take a deep breath and give your heart a moment of peace.